What up, everybody? It's Jomboy and Jake Radio. It is Monday, February 11th. The theme of this week is songs with females' names in the title. So we're starting it out with Come On, Eileen. Oh, I swear that I sing. Sung by the Dexys Midnight Runners. I never knew who sang the song.
Oh, yeah.
When I saw Dexys Midnight Runners, I was like, oh, no, maybe it's popular by a band that covered it. Because I've never heard of the Dexys Midnight Runners. But no, it's popular. It's Dexys Midnight Runners. I like the song.
One hit wonder.
I wonder. 80s band.
One of the best change of pace songs.
Yeah, we used to play this. The problem with this song is, me and Brad in California, we loved playing the song at bars.
Right.
We just go, once that Come On Eileen hits, just like go crazy, you know?
Right.
But the tail end, like right now, we have 5 minutes left in the song.
Yeah.
And we've already done everything we need to do.
Right.
So when we put it on at the bar, we'd like to have to apologize for the next 5 minutes.
Come on.
This part's pretty good.
Come on.
That part's not bad.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, it picks up. You got a good change of pace. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, it's
yeah.
I think tough if your name's Eileen during like the ages of what, 16 through like 23.
Yeah, no, but I think it can be good. Like the song "Run Around Sue," when that's played at weddings, my mom loves it. Starts running.
Yeah,
around.
but that's "Run Around Sue." It's not "Come On, Eileen."
Oh well, "Run Around Sue" is all about being a slut, like Sue.
Right, but the words, the human words that people use, James.
Oh, I have never once thought of that sexual innuendo.
You probably ruined a few Eileen's nights at the bar. You didn't even know it.
Yeah, I mean, this was a go-to song. I never thought of ejaculate on Eileen as the saying.
Oh, I never said that. Yeah, I guess if you want to take this time to apologize to the Eileens.
No, I mean, I never had a dirty thought about them. You did.
No, I'm not saying you did, but when you turned it on at the bar, I think you set up a lot of Eileens for failure.
Nah.
So you're not going to apologize to the Eileens. Well, we're not getting reviews from the Eileens today.
Playing their anthem.
There it goes.
I have an Aunt Eileen, but she spells it different than this. So, totally different person.
A or E?
A or E. My aunt spells it I-L.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, okay. So you could start it with any vowel, basically, except U or O.
I think, is that the Jewish spelling? My aunt's Jewish.
Chance. Could just be a spelling.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah. Totally different spelling, so totally different. Yeah, I-L-E-N-E is how my aunt spells it.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Start the same name with 3 different vowels.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Eileens.
Eileen. Good name. Good name. Shout out to whatever that band's called. Dexys Midnight Runners from the album To Rye. Don't get too cute with me, Dexys.
How many of them are alive?
Well, they were a band in the 80s, so I would think a good amount. I'm interested now. What if they were all dead?
Could be. You never know.
Well, only one of the members has a clickable wiki page. So, and he's still alive. He's 65.
Well, R.I.P. to the rest of them, unless they're alive.
No. When you die, your wiki gets deactivated. So they're all dead.
That's not true.
Could be.
They could have never had a wiki. They were a one-hit wonder in the 80s.
No, they died and they took away their wiki.
Gotcha.
Yeah. How you doing?
I'm all right, man. Mondays, I kind of feeling for your aunt and the two Eileens I know. We were all hoping to get that apology out of you this morning. We don't get it. That's fine. And yeah, I'm trying to think. What was this weekend? Had a couple drinks, sang karaoke. Come on, Eileen, good karaoke song. Haven't let it rip out of respect to the Eileens at the bar. Trying to think if I let out any good ones. I don't think so. I did a Chili Pepper song for the first time, which is tough. Everyone knows that voice so well, which I can mimic the voice decently, but there are a lot of long songs or they have tough parts / tough lyrics.
What song did you do?
So that was part of the I did Other Side because there's not too much going on. How long will I slide? But like it's not a song that's gonna get the crowd going or anything like that. So I did that.
Why didn't you do Under the Bridge and depress everyone?
Everyone at the bar I was already at was already depressed, so I didn't need to do that.
It's karaoke bar, yeah. So you're good call.
Yeah, had it covered. And then I had another one where I let it rip a little. Oh, I did Downtown by Macklemore, and I just Downtown. Yeah, I had a few beers by then, so it wasn't what you call traditionally good, and then
I don't ever wanna feel like I did that day. Everyone in karaoke bars like, yeah, man, me too.
And then yeah, watch some sports. Kind of try to get my rhythm back. What?
Do you like the song Californication, or is that known as a sellout song by Red Hot Chili Peppers?
I think it's a good song. In the world of RHCP, it's not one of my favorite songs, and I wouldn't really want to sing it.
It's a good geography lesson.
It's not a bad geography lesson. No such thing as a bad geography lesson.
That's how I explained. Katie's family or some friends were really confused about how the sun rises and sets differently. Like we don't have sunsets on the ocean here like they do in California. We have sunrise on the ocean.
Right.
And that Californication line is the sun may rise in the east, but at least it settles in a better location. Saying that to him, and I was like, there you go. Now you've got it.
All right.
So thank you for the lesson.
Well, east-west early. How was your weekend?
All I did was I drove to the airport on Saturday. And that was nice.
Okay.
Nice airport drive. And then that's all I did. That's all I did outside of this house. There's snow here in New Jersey, and there's a decent amount of snow, and I'm not gonna get any shoveling in because we got a jam-packed day, so that's a bit upsetting. I'm getting a call from Atlanta Northwest. Should I answer this on air?
Can.
I guarantee it's either like a cop telling me I'm arrested, a politician telling me to vote for them, or someone telling me to redo my mortgage.
All seem like pretty important calls.
They cut it early. That was going to be riveting radio.
I think that was intentional. I think you could have snagged that.
Well, it only did a couple. Let's see if they leave a message. Those are the 3 calls I get. A lot of them's like a robot. Like, there is a warrant for your arrest in Northwest Seattle.
Scary stuff, man.
It's always silly because like there is like a 5% part of me like, fuck, what did I do in Seattle? And then I'm like, oh, I've never been. So that's fake.
You've never been to Northwest Atlanta?
No, I've never been down to Atlanta.
Okay.
I've never done the South, really.
I'm on your side right now, but when it comes out and you're like, oh, I actually did go through there briefly, and then I'm an accomplice, I'm throwing you under the bus.
I just rode around the highways throwing knives at people.
Yeah, do it, man. Jesus, now I'm out.
In high school one time, I was driving, and this kid who I didn't really know, he was played hockey with me. So we were friendly, but we never hung out outside of the hockey rink, you know what I mean? So we weren't really like friends. And we were driving around, and we drove past these bikers who were riding on the road like bicyclists, like cyclists. And he threw his water bottle at them. as we were driving,
Yeah.
and he hit them.
Yeah.
And I was like, you can't give rides to people like this.
Yeah.
You just put me in a lot of danger, man. What the fuck? So maybe he's wanted in Atlanta. He's got a track record. Silence, silence, silence.
Had nothing to give you on that, man. Sorry.
All right, let's go to sports. What the
Yeah,
fuck
hell
is
yeah.
this?
Let's go to sports, baby.
What the fuck was that? The Knicks lost to the Pistons by 17 on Friday, then the Raptors by 5 on Saturday. They have lost 16 in a row and 24 of their last 25. Are they coming up on any records for losing? I'm interested. Is it possible? The Nets, I just have the Nets in all caps because we got requested to talk about the Nets more. So I wrote the Nets as a reminder to put an update about the Nets, but then I never actually sought out the update and put it into the sheet. So the Nets exist as a team, and they're still playing basketball. The Rangers lost to the Canes 3-0, then beat the Leafs 4-2. Devils lost, then they won. Islanders won, then they won again. Islanders having a good season. Iona beat Niagara. UConn lost to Memphis, and CCSU beat those loser Squids at Robert Morris. Saquon turned 22 years old and was sung happy birthday by Jay-Z and Diddy. That's pretty cool. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Nothing going. Nothing.
You didn't write the Nets. I wrote in the Nets.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Because we got a serious request like, hey, guys, you keep not talking about the Nets. And if you should be talking about a New York team, it's probably the Nets.
Yeah, Nets and Islanders. But the Nets lost to the Bulls. Wow, now I'm out. They lost to the Bulls on Friday by 19 points, it looks like. So now we can't talk about them.
Now we can't talk about the Nets. Sorry, Nets fans. You wanted us to talk about it, and then this happened.
Aren't the Bulls bad?
Bulls are bad, yeah, for sure.
So they lost.
Getting that for show.
Shabazz is on the Nets?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're a fun little team.
Little homie Baz?
Little homie Baz.
He got 12 minutes, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Is Baz not a good pro?
Baz falls into Shabazz Napier, former UConn player. Shabazz falls into this. I'm trying to think. I guess it translates to football a little bit if a running back has a good matchup, or like if the team's going to be passing it a lot and it's a good matchup for like the third wide receiver. Like some games, Baz might play 10 minutes. He might not play at all. Other games, like they'll let Baz go. And like he'll put up some big numbers. So I'm trying to get into his game logs right now. Been through a lot of games together.
I was just trying to look at pictures of Shabazz because he was so kind of like young looking at UConn. That's how I picture him still. And he still kind of has that young face. But in 1, 2, 3, 4, in 5 years, he's been on 4 teams. Miami, Orlando, Portland, Brooklyn. So.
Oh, yeah. His last 7 games before this, he was averaging 17 and 5 in 27 minutes. So, yeah, I mean, when Baz gets some runs, he usually puts up some numbers. I don't think he can play a lick of defense in the NBA because he's like 6 flat and doesn't have the physique. So if he doesn't have to do that against the team, I think he could go out there and get buckets and be good. I could make a little Isaiah Thomas comparison, but I think people might get mad at that. But people forget about Isaiah Thomas. So, yeah.
Quit forgetting about Isaiah Thomas, folks.
You can forget about him.
Okay, never mind. Forget about him now. Men in Black. Done. Gone. Who?
Done.
Who were we talking about?
Done.
Okay, here we go. National news.
Whoa, man.
What?
Jeez. Diddy and Jay-Z sing you your happy birthday? You just ignore that?
I said it.
It's kind of cool.
I said that. It's pretty cool.
I think there's also a reverse side to it. where like I think we still think that's pretty cool. I could see 22-year-old Saquon being like, I don't know, did he?
No, I think he thought it was pretty cool.
Like, I mean,
he was like doing an orchestra with them, like with his.
Well, I mean, you have to. What are you gonna do?
And he got a cool cake that looks weird, actually.
Okay, so now the story's changing.
JC's weird looking these days, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying to jump in 22-year-old Saquon shoes. I think, I'm thinking Offset, Quavo.
Okay, I was gonna say, do you think he'd rather? And then I was gonna say, enter current rapper name here. But you got him, Offset and Quavo.
Like maybe to a degree. I mean, yeah, it's cool, but at the same time, like I could see Jay-Z and Diddy being like, "Yo, it'd be cool for us if we sang Saquon Happy Birthday." Like almost vice versa.
I would love to know how this started, where this event was. Oh, he signed to Rock, so he's on Jay-Z's label.
Okay.
So boom, there you go.
That's even weirder. I mean, that's your boss singing happy birthday to you?
Yeah. Someone in this comment section said Jay-Z looks like Lenny Kravitz. Like, when did Jay-Z turn into Lenny Kravitz? And it's a good call. He does look like that.
I mean, he doesn't have the hair, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he does. He's got a big afro now.
Really?
Yeah. And a bandana and glasses. Jay-Z's weird looking now.
The link in there is not found. Okay. I believe it.
All right, you ready for national news?
I guess so. Big sports weekend. We're starting college basketball. We had 2 versus 3. Duke and UVA. Duke beats Virginia 81-71. We go to the soccer pitch, Jim. We don't spend enough time there talking about the lads. Man City kills Chelsea. Sergio Aguero ties for most EPL hat tricks ever. Good for you, Serge. Phil Mickelson wins at Pebble. One and done golf tournament. Sign up. Thunder and the Clippers both had huge comebacks on Saturday night. Thunder against Houston, Clippers against Boston. Lindsey Vonn, our girl lately, she medals in her last run ever. And there was a bat at the Pacers game that might have, if it came in contact with you, you might have rabies. The AAF, the American Alliance Football League, has their first weekend of football. The Birmingham Iron win 26-0 over the Memphis Express. The Arizona Hotshots win 38-22 over the Salt Lake City Stallions. The Orlando Apollos blow out the Atlanta Legends 40-6. San Antonio Commanders 15, San Diego Fleet 6.
I'm going to jump into the one and done real quick because we have to have a correction from your news account.
Sure.
The Pebble Beach Pro-Am was suspended due to hail. Phil Mickelson leads.
Can I correct your correction?
Yeah.
It wasn't suspended because of hail. It was suspended because of darkness.
Well, it was suspended for hail for 2 hours, which then pushed
delayed because of hail.
And then pushed it into darkness. The hail pushed them into darkness. Phil leads going into the last 2 holes, and what's his name? Cable or some guy from a different country. I wrote it down, but I can't find it. Casey. Paul Casey is behind with 3 holes to play. Phil wanted to keep playing, but Paul Casey was like, I can't see. And Phil was like, I can see fine. And Paul Casey was like, I can't see. I don't want to do this. And we can't finish 2 holes in 6 minutes. So they suspended it, and it will resume on Monday at 11 a.m. I wish I could root for Paul Casey to have a comeback in this morning session and tie it and then go to a playoff. But I didn't like him from the clips of him wanting to suspend it. So I'm not rooting for Paul. I'm rooting for Phil to come and blow him away and just birdie the next 2 holes and run away with it. But we'll see what happens. Donut Hole is not a donut or whatever that name is. Will win. They chose Phil.
Yeah, no, I was reporting that Phil's gonna win because it's already over. That was it was a desperation gamesmanship move by Casey there. But like Phil also respected it. Phil said like if I was in his shoes, I would have done the exact same thing. Like
Yeah.
if the guy above you is playing better golf, and you get the chance to do that, you do it just in case they come out and get the yips or something. Phil wins, reported, official.
I'd like it. I'd like it to get close. Also, like Paul Casey, I don't know who that is, so I'm going to guess he hasn't won a ton of events, and like the money differential between even second place and third place, first and second is like huge for him. So he's like, no. Let's come back tomorrow.
Yeah, he's
Pretty interesting though. No one has Casey in the Jomboy and Jake one and done challenge.
Yeah, he's made 26 million playing golf, and that's outside of his Nike sponsorships. But yeah, I mean, I think it's pure gamesmanship. I think he's which I appreciate it. Hey, he's trying to win. That's what we ask our teams to do every day. So that's what Paul Casey's trying to lead his team to do.
I liked it, but I'm rooting for Phil to kill him because I think that's a better storyline. Like it feels like that's fine, man. And then he comes out and just birdies 17 and 18. And now he's 5 up, makes it impossible. That's fun. That's a fun ending. I wish it was on TV, but it's not.
Do you think you would have your most old man moment / adult moment ever if you were at the Pacers game and a real live bat touched you?
I don't think I'd let it touch me. I'd be running and screaming. Like
no, I'm telling you, it does touch you. It's a bat. It flies into you.
Yeah, I'd like scream like a little bitch. That's what I'm saying.
I think you start going lawsuits.
No, I wouldn't do lawsuits. That's too much work. But if someone yells bat, I'm like inside my shirt. Arms are inside my shirt, like instantly. So
that's risky though. If the bat ends up in your shirt, you're having a really bad time.
Yeah, no, but I'm in my shirt. You know how Ken sleeps with a blanket over him? I'm cocooning myself in my shirt.
Okay. What about the head hole?
I'm also under the seat, like a tornado drill in the Midwest.
We might have to, maybe we'll take a picture at spring training coming up because I don't think you could cover all your holes there. I'm not talking about come on Eileen stuff.
That'd be good.
I want to see it. I'm interested. Sorry for being interested.
Bats scary. Remember when Ginobili just like caught it?
Yeah, dude, this happens. Like it's a streak in every NBA season that like the bats start coming out, and it's happening again. Like we celebrated it a couple weeks ago. The Spurs mascot caught a bat. Like he literally had a net. Because they were joking around because they're like, oh, the bats are back in San Antonio, and then one came loose during the game, and he actually caught it. The mascot.
Gross. It's like when my coworker at Domino's just caught a mouse with his bare hands. Disgusting. No, I didn't like it. I was like, dude, that's nasty. Hey, impressive though. Impressive, but nasty.
What'd you think about Chelsea getting killed?
You know what? I just haven't been that into the EPL league since my baggies got bumped.
Yeah.
So
tough.
I need them to get back up into the bigs.
And then you're back in.
Yeah, they're currently in 4th in the championship league. So the top 3 get relegated, correct?
Bottom 3.
Bottom 3 get relegated. Top 3 in the Champions League go up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and West Brom's 4th. So I'm just need them. They're 2 points away from 3rd place behind Sheffield United or Sheff United. So, I'm just out on the EPL until my baggies get back up there. And then they're going to come storming in.
Room for you.
Yeah.
Did you see the Zion clip that went viral? The block shot?
Yeah, dude. There's a tweet out there that made me laugh so much. It was like I did a sports science. There's a popular guy on Twitter, I don't know his name. But I did a sports science on the Zion block. And they did like arrows, so really far distance. And then the next shot of the block, really high jump. That block is incredibly impressive.
He's a decent athlete.
Francesa thinks he's not going to be good in the NBA, and if you take him first overall, you're crazy.
Yeah, man, a lot of people are kind of dying on that wall, which it's like starting to make me wonder, but it's also like no, what's making me mad about it? People are trying to do player comparisons, and they're like, show me one guy who plays like him. Like he's not like LeBron, he's not like Paul George. He's like some people were going Charles Barkley, but they're like, Charles Barkley did a lot of different stuff, and it's like, hey, a lot of those guys that you just mentioned, they didn't have comparisons until they came into the league because they did their own thing. And like Zion is like such an example of that. He's built like a defensive end, yet he can jump higher than anyone.
What position is he projected to play in the NBA? Like I'm such a novice. Like is he going to be a 5? Is he going to be?
No, so I mean he's I was gonna say short. He's like 6'6", 6'7".
Which is short for a center in the NBA.
Well, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what he measures at. Dude, the NBA's kind of gotten away from positions a little bit. It's all about being able to guard multiple positions and kind of positionless basketball got popular for a little bit. Like just get the best basketball players on the court, which he is. They'll list him as like a small forward, power forward type. Because I mean he has the athleticism. But yeah, I mean a team can do a ton of fun stuff with him. And that I guess that's the part that makes not make me mad is really dramatic. But like it's not like he's just dunking. Like we've seen guys that just dunk. Like Desmond Mason pretty much used to be just a dunker. We've seen guys like that. Like he hustles hard on defense. He plays really good defense. Like he's made shots and stuff. He dribbles. He passes. Like he's so good. I think people are taking a chance. And the one thing that one time Kenny Poon said on a Talking Knicks episode was like, he's like, my biggest concern is just like his actual body holding up. Because I mean, normally that's the concern with big men is that, they're these giants of men. And if they get a couple bad foot injuries, their whole career's done. Greg Oden, a couple other guys. He's like, I mean, Zion Williamson, what kind of pressure is going on in his joints and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Like no human body has ever dealt with that. So I don't know. I find some of the Zion stuff bizarre. I think a lot of people that want to hide behind the fact that they think RJ Barrett will be a better NBA player, which he very well could be. But I mean, you could essentially say that about any draft. So I don't know. He's pretty good.
Pretty good. Yeah. Like I said, I'm tuned in for the first time in years. People listening to Jomboy and Jake Radio are seeing me come back into sports fanhood.
Yeah.
Like the Yankees never left, obviously. That's impossible.
Right.
That would honestly be impossible. But the rest of sports, I was totally tuned out living in California with no cable.
No cabal.
It's just hard out there. Guess what, Jake? I just found out that this Saturday, West Brom plays the Vile, who also got relegated. It was their biggest rival, Aston Villa. So Saturday at 10 a.m., I might be there, man. I might be watching that game.
You might be there.
We got to get back up. We got to get back up. Boing, boing.
Come on, you baggies.
Come on, you baggies. That's what they say. Maybe when we go to London this upcoming summer, we'll go do some baggies thing. Down with the system. You into the AAF at all, the Alliance? Did you watch any of this? Do you plan on watching any of this?
I saw a little bit of it on in the background. I don't know. I mean, the highlights look like football. I guess the thing that's kind of getting to me, and I could go Denver or I could go Connecticut, is like none of these teams are even close to like my location right now.
Did they do like they did? Didn't they do locations that don't have teams?
So I mean, the teams that played, which I'm assuming is everyone. Which there's 8 teams: Birmingham, Memphis, Arizona, Salt Lake City, Orlando, Atlanta, San Antonio, San Diego.
So San Diego has a team. Alabama doesn't have a team because they got Bama.
They do. Birmingham.
No, they don't have an NFL team.
Oh, I thought you were okay.
San Diego does have an NFL team. Alabama does not. Atlanta does.
San Diego does not have an NFL team.
They don't anymore.
Correct.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's a tricky situation. They have fans, but they don't have a team.
Okay.
Atlanta does. This is weird.
Yeah.
How'd they choose these cities? Salt Lake doesn't. San Antonio, that's Texas. Like, they don't, but everyone's got a team in Texas, I would guess.
Yeah.
Arizona does, and Orlando, there's teams in Florida. I don't know. It's weird. What about the names they chose? The Arizona Hotshots? You like that?
I don't love it. I think that's about like emergency crews, though. Like, it's supposed to be like a nice thing.
Okay.
Like first responders. So you can't like make fun of it.
All right. What about Orlando Apollos? I don't like that at all.
Yeah, I don't really get that. I mean, is that like space shuttles? What is that?
Well, they do have that. Yeah, I would think, but I don't know. We could be sounding really dumb. San Antonio Commanders also don't jive with that name at all.
I get that.
I like Salt Lake City Stallions.
That's strong. Little bit of alliteration. Good, powerful horse. They kind of copied Denver.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Horse names play. There's no bird names, which is funny. We got Atlanta Legends. Come on. You got to earn that name.
The Legend. San Diego Fleet for the Naval Academy out there. Do we like it?
Yeah, I don't hate that.
Okay.
But I like Birmingham Iron.
The first game I will tune into is going to be the AAF Super Bowl or whatever it is.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I'm not. There's a lot of people that crave football, and this league's going to be great for them. I'm not one of those people. Memphis Express. But some of the rule changes are interesting. There's no kickoffs because they saw that as a waste of time.
Right.
There's no field goals. You have to go for 2.
There's field goals. There's no extra points.
Yeah. Sorry. There's no extra points. You have to go for 2. And there was something else that was interesting. If you want to do an onside kick, there are times when there's no onside kick. There's like conversion. So basically, if you're within 15 points, there's some other caveat rule. What you do is you get the ball on your own around the 25-yard line, and it's 4th and 12 right away. And if you convert that, then you have the ball. If you don't, then the other team gets it at their own 25.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's I don't know, and I know I've heard people talk about these rules around the NFL, and this is where a league like this can get some traction and get people to buy in with some of the stuff like that. So it's fun. Like the onside kick rule, I think like NFL is probably going to be there sooner than later because onside kicks because you couldn't get a running start this year. So onside kicks were the lowest percentage they ever were. I think they were like 8%. And I think normally they were like 20, which was like kind of fair for onside kicks. Like everyone was kind of into that. So I don't know. I think NFL will come around to some of these soon, but they get a league to test it out. For me, I love rosters and where guys went to colleges and stuff like that. I mean, you get some fun names here. I mean, one of your favorite players ever is in this league, Jim. Denard Robinson.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Shoelace.
And yeah, I think that's really the interesting part about it. They've got like a really good group of coaches. I mean, Spurrier, Mike Martz, Singletary. They've got guys with serious NFL resumes. And I don't know. I mean, like the NFL has been basically jonesing for a minor league system. They've never figured out how to really do it. This could be cool. Like that's the thing. If this by default became like after football leading up to baseball was semi-entertaining and like the 5 best players from this league went to the NFL every year and were decent, then I'd be like, okay, this is kind of cool. Which there's a chance they could do that.
If a team gets Dennis Dixon at QB and Shoelace at running back, I'm in. What's Dixon up to these days?
I don't know. You'd have to reach out to him. I guess Dixon's probably kind of older.
Yeah.
You know what
Dennis
I'm saying?
Dixon, last appearance was 2014. He was on the Cardinals practice squad.
Okay.
But Dixon, he was the one that revolutionized the Ducks offense and that whole West Coast or crazy on the go. You know, when Chip Kelly was there starting things, Dixon was the dude that really started that narrative.
Let's go Ducks.
In my memory. Go Ducks. You want to win. You want to win. Put Dixon in.
We got a couple. I mean, there's a couple like quarterbacks that are kind of known, like Trevor Knight. He was the one that I think he was involved in that whole Katy Perry college game day thing, if you remember that.
Oh yeah.
Scooby Wright, he's a linebacker. He had a bunch of long hair.
What you just say? You just call a guy Scooby?
Scooby, yeah.
Birth
Nick
name?
Folk, the old Jets kicker, is out there, Jim. Aaron Murray, he played for Georgia. I know you were a big fan of his. Trent Richardson, the former #1 pick, he was getting a ton of carries. Mettenberger and Hackenberg, that's a fun combo. So yeah, I don't know if it can be. I think this has staying power. Like it makes sense. They've got coaches. I think some of this you mentioned the cities and why. Like I know Atlanta and Orlando have killed it with the MLS, and so if they kind of go with that model, I think you could get fans in. You could make some profit and have this be a nice minor league. Jimmy, Matt Asiata, your boy.
He won me the championship in 2011. He won me our fantasy championship.
He's your boy. He's on the Salt Lake Stallions.
I picked him up when he was like the third string running back for the Ravens or some shit, and he actually went off, won me the semifinals. Yeah.
So yeah, and I guess they are doing. There's like a local aspect to it. Like I think they have them associated with certain colleges. Like I want to say Alabama or Birmingham had first dibs at Alabama guys, and Memphis had first dibs at LSU guys, and then like with Salt Lake City, it's like Utah, BYU. So they're trying to tie in a local aspect of it, which I like that too.
Yeah.
But I just got nothing local here.
Yeah, me neither. But I'll watch, like you said, I'll watch the highlights and like what gets posted, and then when the championship comes, maybe I'll watch that game.
I think people will watch the championship. I remember people watch the XFL championship.
Yeah, XFL,
and I think this already has more steam than that.
Yeah. All right. That's the half. End of the first half, Jake.
It is.
You got anything going on over there that people need to know about behind the scenes?
I mean, I'm cruising through the rosters right now. There's a lot of fun names. I mean, if you're an NFL draft person, I mean, I'm seeing a lot of draft picks that are out there, which that's kind of cool. You wonder if it's a mix of guys that are like really trying to make it, or if there's a couple guys out there that are like, yeah, I mean, I'm still big. I'll play some football, you know?
I mean, you got to think people that only know football in their life. And
yeah.
They're getting paid $250,000, so fucking sign me up. I'll go play.
Yeah, that's true.
And if they play in a couple games and the NFL comes calling, they have their contract has an out because they don't want to compete with the NFL at all. They want to supplement the NFL.
Right.
So that's smart of them as well. So some people will get picked up after playing in this. So that's cool. It's like a little minor leagues.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder if like one team becomes an affiliate of an NFL, like not officially, but they just like have an in. Like if the Salt Lake City, Utah Stallions, all their players just end up going to the Broncos. That'd be interesting.
Yeah. Tough look for my Broncos if they do that.
You get a lot of practice squad guys. Just trade all your draft picks because you have a handshake agreement that you get all the best Stallion players.
Yeah, all the Stallions.
Yeah. So you just trade your low round draft picks.
I might be going to Salt Lake at some point.
Nice.
Love to catch a Stallions game.
Yeah. Go Stallions. Sounds like a high school.
Me and Sam out there?
Sam. Got nothing else going on over here. I folded those blankets off my couch from last week. It was a very exciting moment.
Pretty nice.
Yeah. We're going away this week. Next week. You're going away Thursday. It's fun.
I'm going away Thursday, yeah. Basically getting in for the early camp. I know spring training said I didn't have to be there till next Tuesday, but getting in early.
We might have some loopy episodes coming because we're going to be together in spring.
Oh, yeah.
Like Vegas loopy episodes.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. All right, second half. Here we go.
The news today, oh boy. And though the news was rather sad,
well, I just had to laugh.
I know it's 6 o'clock. Time for the news.
A first date for two rare lion tigers. Redo. A first date for two rare tigers ends in death. Jake texted me the story because it is worthwhile. A Texas grandmother armed with a child's scooter fights off a machete-wielding robbers that were dressed in clown masks. Take that, robbers. A man finds a kangaroo eating toilet paper in a restroom. And Towson University police warned students of a woman looking for a date for her son. And Fox News host says he hasn't washed his hands in a decade because germs are not a real thing. Amen, brother.
I read the news today.
Oh. Not that much news. Usually we come back from the weekend. There's a ton of good stories. There's not that many good stories here. But this tiger story, Jake, you texted this to me.
Yeah.
Because what is a common theme that we love here on Jomboy and Jake Radio?
Backfires.
Get the icy hat, because my back's on fire.
Oh, God.
So there was this rare tiger in the London Zoo, and they needed it to mate so they can create more rare tigers and then eventually make them less rare.
Yes.
Here's the story. The courtship went on for 10 whole days. They were kept apart, but tantalizingly close so that they could see each other, hear each other, smell each other. When the matchmakers believed that the time and the place was right, Friday at the London Zoo, the rare Sumatran tiger called Asim and a female named Melati were put in the same enclosure to be potential mates. Matchmaker, make me a match. He promptly killed her moments after they were introduced. Next. Don't like this one. Oh, yeah. There's not many others left. Asim. Is that his name? Yeah. The animal's handlers scrambled in vain to intervene, the zoo said, using loud noises, flares, and alarms to try and distract the pair, but Asim had already overpowered Melati. Keepers eventually were able to shepherd Asim into a separate paddock so that they could safely get to Melati. Vets confirmed that she had died. Everyone at the zoo is devastated, heartbroken over the turn of events. Melati was 10 and had been a lifelong resident of the zoo. Asim was 7 and arrived from Park Safari in Denmark with an announcement that trumped new stripes in town. So what do you think, man? You feel bad for Melati?
Not really. Again, I'm kind of going to shoot one at science here because I mean these are essentially animal scientists, and you guys totally blew it.
Yeah.
And I also think don't get me wrong. I love animals. I really do. Love dogs and stuff. I know you're out on critters and things, but I get it. If you tell me, yeah, there's a chance we could get a couple tigers together and, save their breed, I'm into it. I'm down. But at the same time, everything and all these people are built on, I'm sure all these people idolize Darwin. And, if we went out of our way to get 2 of these rare remaining Sumatran tigers together, and we have to do 10-day period where we hope they can figure it out through the glass that we want them to bang 10 days later, and then one of them mauls each other. I'm sorry. This animal is on its way out, and we have to be at grips with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Well, the panda bear should be dead. They should be extinct, but people find them cute.
I know it, and I get the fun in it, and it's also reasons like why are they extinct and all that, and it'd be cool to show my kid a panda someday. And I think they got some good preservation stuff going on there. But yeah, I mean we're getting away from old Chucky D.
This is not the first time tragedy has struck at the zoo, Jake.
Yeah.
In 2017, a fire broke out, killing a 9-year-old aardvark named Misha, and the gift shop burnt down. So, London Zoo, what you doing?
Yeah, get it together, London Zoo.
There's like all newspaper writings. This was like a big thing. Like they had reports like when they were like just looking at each other through a fence. They're like, it's early, but we've seen some good signs. They're chuffing at each other. They're hanging out. Like when we get these two together, they're gonna fucking fuck.
Hmm.
Then Asim was like, I'm gonna fuck her up.
Yeah.
And then he mauled her to death.
So was Asim? So neither of them were wild tigers. Like Asim wasn't caught. No, Asim was in the Re-Park Safari in Denmark. Okay.
Yeah, but that's interesting. I mean, I would get. Do you think they were both born in zoos?
I don't know. I guess that's what I'm asking. God, just sometimes love doesn't win.
Yeah. Asim was described as a handsome, confident cat who is known for being very affectionate with the ladies in his life. Sounds like Ted Bundy. I know you're big on Ted Bundy right now.
Yeah.
Well,
how do we know it's not Ted Bundy?
Wow, that's a good point.
So,
just Asim's like, don't play God for me. I'm my own God.
Yeah.
Stand up for himself. Sorry, Melody got in the way. Yeah,
that's tough.
Bit of a blow to science people.
Yeah, but hey, they tried as long as they tried their hardest and did their best. I mean, they kind of have to be okay with this result. Now, the fire that killed the aardvark. Now I'm mad. I'm more mad about that.
That's some bullshit. What did that aardvark do? Maybe the aardvark started the fire. Maybe Asim started the fire.
Whoa.
Aardvarks are gross, huh?
This is turning into that whole what's the guy from 300 that goes something law-abiding citizen.
Yes.
That's what we've got. That's what we've now got this tiger doing.
We all watched Law Abiding Citizen in Matt and Pete's room in college.
That was the perfect movie to sneak up on you and be decent enough to be like, wow, this movie kind of snuck up on me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Law-abiding citizen. Check it out.
How do you know about Fox News host Pete Hegseth? I don't know how to say that. He said he hasn't washed his hands in decades because germs are not a real thing.
I've heard you say this so many times.
Germs are for worms.
Yeah.
But I wash my hands regularly.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, like, does the guy not shower? Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, right? That should be the follow-up. Well, do you shower?
Yeah.
Do you put soap on your body? What do you use to put the soap on your body? Your hands? Okay, Pete, you're a fucking liar and a loser. Get out of here.
Like what? Okay, you're cooking dinner and you get shit on your hands. You just roll around with shit on your hands for the next. Your hands are just covered in flour and cinnamon. Like, this is bullshit. This is a dumb article.
He said, my 2019 resolution is to say things on air that I say off air. I don't think I've washed my hands for 10 years. Really, I don't really wash my hands. Yeah, I'm pretty upset with this guy. This guy sucks. You shower, man. Like, I don't wash my calves. Like, in the shower, I don't reach down and rub them with soap.
You don't get down there and clean them?
No, but they get clean.
Yeah.
That's stupid. Germs are for worms, though. But, like, dirt exists. Your hands can be sticky. This dude washes his hands so often. He's such a fucking liar.
Yeah.
Wow, just lost a fan for life, Pete.
This guy's on TV.
I'm mad at him.
I'm glad.
I might tweet at him. See, no, now that I actually have like people that follow me on Twitter, I can't do stuff like this. But 2 years ago, I would have tweeted at him and said, "Get a grip, loser."
Do it.
No, that's what he wants.
Exactly.
Yeah. This man found a kangaroo eating toilet paper in a restroom.
Sure.
I don't know if that's what I'd eat if I was in the restroom. What else? I guess there's a video of it.
If you were a kangaroo,
Oh my God, the internet. What a terrible place. Don't click on that website, Jake. Anyway, what would you do if you found a kangaroo in a restroom eating toilet paper? I'd run away. This guy videotaped it.
I mean, where was this? This had to be down under, right?
Yes, I would think. I told you a lot of times when I go to the morning news, it's a lot of Australian stories because it's night for them.
Right. And the kangaroo thing was a big hint.
Huge hint. Huge hint. But yeah, we do a lot of Australian news here.
No, dude. I mean, at the same time, like when I said I love animals, I also like respect animals. Like I'm not getting in a contained space with a root, man.
Yeah. The red-breasted, the red-tailed kangaroos are the scary ones. They're the ones that'll kill you. The other ones, like, you know, we used to go to, for all our Australian listeners, I don't know if Oz, whatever his name is, Jazz from Oz, he listens to Talking Yanks. I don't know if he listens to this, but I used to go vacation in Marimarang, which is a really fun thing to say. And you're on the beach, and there's just like wild kangaroos all over the beach with you, like interacting. They're like deer, but they're like deer that are less skittish than they should be.
Okay.
I think it's fine. So I think there are pictures and images. I think it's a really funny video where he's eating toilet paper out of the toilet, and then he finds that a human caught him, and he turns around with toilet paper falling out of his mouth, like, "Oh shit, you've caught me!" But I can't get to the video because all of the websites are a pile of crap. Okay, wait, I got it. I'm going to give you play-by-play.
Okay.
It's exactly what I said. Kangaroos in the stall, eating toilet paper from the roll, that's like a great, if you like toilet paper and you want to eat it, that's a great find because it's kind of never ending.
For roll-up.
Yeah, it's like a fruit roll-up. And the guy's recording him, and wow, he turns, he's like, "Oh shit, you've caught me." He's got a piece of toilet paper hanging down his mouth, and he just like sucks it up like spaghetti Lady and the Tramp. Like, I'm not going to stop eating this toilet paper though, while staring at the cameraman, and then goes back for more. Yeah, kangaroo is not ashamed. He likes the toilet paper. Wow. 1 point kangaroos, 0 points Assam the lion or tiger.
Or like tons of points to Assam the lion.
Well, points to Assam, points negated from that species of tiger because Assam,
yes,
like getting out of here.
Deal.
What story do you want to do next? Let's do one more of these stories.
One more. Jeez, I don't know. I like Towson.
Looking for a date for her son. Students are complaining to officers that she approached them last week in 2 campus buildings, showing them a picture of her cell phone and asking if they were interested in dating her son. Is this a long con, or does she just really want a date for her son? Because that's embarrassing. Her son's got to suck.
Yeah, I don't know. This smells a little fishy, Jim.
What could she be trying to do?
I mean, this could be like a PR play by the kid. Like he's trying to get his follows up. So then people are like, well, who is this son? He must be a loser. And then it shows up and it's like some hot guy. And then everyone's like, oh my God, how come his mom has to find him a girlfriend? He's so hot. And then everyone's playing right into the guy's hands.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
But I think it's just a crazy mom. Or she doesn't have a son at all, and she was snooping around the campus doing something else, and that was her quick thinking.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to date my son? Just looking for a date for my son. And everyone's like, well, that's weird. I'm still going to tell the cops.
That's super weird.
Super weird. Don't date that son until you see pictures.
Woman isn't being sought for any criminal investigation, but simply to put the behavior to a stop.
Yes. No one wants to date your son.
Better the day, it's the better the day. Better the day, better the day.
It's the bet of the day. Jake's coming off a 3-2 week. He's 10-12 in his last bets. 10 winners, 2 losers out of his last 12. Pretty impressive, Jake. It's a good streak that you're on. Your overall record is 14-9. I'm 13-10. I disagreed with you last Friday. It was close. I thought I had it, and then Philly pulled away and with 1 minute left, pretty big time. But I thought I had it for a second. Are you going to open the week? Good. Now you've only your Monday record. Not impressive.
Not a great Monday guy.
You're 1-3 on Mondays,
and that's okay. And that's okay.
That's okay. Also,
couple games I like tonight, Jim.
Yeah. If anyone wants to go look at the sheet, see Jake's picks. I did a Bitly, which Jake loves. bit.ly/JakeyBets. bit.ly/JakeyBets. You can also see the song choices. Don't spoil it for yourself if you don't want to spoil it for yourself, but because I put them on there before. All right, what do you got today?
Bitly. I've got one heart game.
Okay.
Which is scary to start the week with a heart game, but maybe I need more of that on a Monday. You know, that's what I'm trying. I still don't have Mondays pegged.
I have my miles and miles apart somewhere.
Miles apart. You know what? Let's just do it. And I think I need to do this. Partially for I'd say career reasons. But the only way to watch the Knicks is to bet them, Jim.
Okay. Are they home or away?
They are away. The 10-45 Knicks are playing the 11-45 Cleveland Cavaliers.
So 2 bad teams.
2 of the worst teams. 2 teams clearly tanking. And one of these teams will have to win. You know what, Jim? I don't think I'm going to overthink this.
Just bet the under. They're both tanking.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to come in nice and easy this week. The over-under's 210. So there was 2 ways to look at the over-under. It's both teams are tanking. This is going to be an ugly, terrible game. The other way to look at it is these are 2 of the worst defenses of the league. And you could say that, like, the coaches are probably going to come in and be like, hey, if we win this one, we win this one. So we might get a lot of points. I think the safe bet is just saying hit the under. These guys suck. It's Cleveland -1.5, and the Knicks have been really thirsty for that win lately. But I'm going softball. Just hit the under. They're 2 terrible teams. If they break it, like, good for them. If that doesn't hit, like, I'm not taking that to heart.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, if you see this game on SportsCenter tomorrow and the final is 93-96, you'd be like, yeah, of course the under hit. These guys are garbage. So I'm just going with it.
Well, since I came to the conclusion before you announced what you were doing.
Well, that's the whole thing. That's why I haven't liked this. That was supposed to be the whole idea. I was supposed to give the bet. You were supposed to react.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't know that's what you were doing. I thought you could have been taking one of the teams.
Yeah.
So I even if I didn't say it beforehand, I would have reacted the same way. Like, yeah, that's logical. So I'm gonna betting on the Knicks to score points in any fashion is stupid.
Yeah, they've only scored 100 points in one of their last 9 games, I believe. So
I'm agreeing with you.
All right.
Stupid, but he's smart.
There you go. It's done.
It's
Bin
good.
had snacks.
If it doesn't happen, it's probably because the Knicks are scoring some points at least, so that should be entertaining. So I mean, yeah, I'm trying to mix worlds here.
You still watching the Knicks games, or you just tune in and out?
I'm catching parts of them. It's brutal, man. It's brutal. They've lost 16 straight.
Yeah. What's the record?
10-45.
No. What's the record for most losses in a row?
In the Liga, you tell me, Jimmy Sports.
Most losses in a row, NBA. The 76ers lost 28 straight games spanning 2 seasons. I don't like 2-season records.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
I think that was during the process. I think that was part of the recent tank.
Yeah, so 2014 to 15, 15 to 16 seasons.
Yeah.
The 76ers broke their own previous record of 26 the year before. But I don't like losses that span 2 seasons. I don't like hitting streaks that span 2 seasons when a guy's coming up on Joe D's, but it's 2 seasons. I don't really like that.
Yeah.
So let's see. The Cavaliers in 2010 to 11 season, 26 losses. So that's the 1-season record.
Okay.
And the 76ers also have a 26 in 1 season. So, yeah, the Knicks got some work to do. Is it even possible? How many games are left?
I don't know. There's games. There's a lot of games left.
So let's hit this record.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't think we're going to get to it. The guys are starting to get thirsty for a win. The Knicks have some winnable games coming up. They have Cleveland and Atlanta this week, 2 of the worst teams. I think it's going to fall. And then they get Cleveland at home at the end of the month. So I don't think they're going to get there. But, I mean, hey, never say never with these Knicks.
I'd like to see it. I'm interested.
Luckily, this is the year the draft lottery odds have changed. So the Knicks, no matter what they do, have a 14% chance at the 1 pick. So
yeah, but now Zion's not a lock anymore. So there you go.
There you go.
There you go. All right. Thank you guys for listening. Oh, Behind the Doors update. Last week was our most downloaded week in Jomboy and Jake Radio history. So we appreciate everyone that is listening and tuning in. The graph is going the correct way. So go tell your friends, go tell your family, and let's keep it going that way. But for real, we appreciate you.
Thank you.
This is the most fun show I think we do because it's just wild. And you guys are making it reasonable to keep doing it. So thanks. Here's Come On Eileen, which Jake thinks is sexual. Oh, this isn't Come On Eileen. This is.
No.
See ya. Not even words.
Best kind of song.
Moment, you do everything.